All right, Shalom. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love to you brothers out there preaching the truth and sincerity. Brother Azariah from the Pittsburgh GMS camp came across this video. These police out in Georgia were supposed to be going to exercise this warrant or whatever the case may be, and they ended up basically executing this Jake. They shot him up, man. They shot him 76 times. 76 times. 90 rounds were fired. 76 got into his body. Straight overkill. They're supposed to be arresting him, taking him through due process. But you know how that goes in this unrighteous society. He never made it. They took him out. You know, the scriptures say whoever died being innocent, but you know, still wise. Oppression make it for wise man mad, and it's kind of sad, and it makes you mad. You know, these Edomites, man, y'all got a heavy judgment coming, bro. Like real talk. I'm gonna let this run, and then I'm gonna bring out my precepts.
My name is Monteria Robinson. I am the mother of Jamarion Robinson.
Right now, I'm outside my house. As you can see, this is where the police, they used the ram to ram my door in. We gotta go through the back because they nailed my door shut.
My son was a victim of murder on August the 5th, 2016 in Atlanta, Georgia. He was killed by a task force of police officers. That day, the Fourth Amendment prohibition against unreasonable was left in the trash can. The Eighth Amendment prohibition on the use of excessive force and punishment was thrown to the side. The Fifth and 14th Amendments requiring due process meant nothing. Yet all are required to know, since the law of Georgia is that ignorance of the law excuses no one.
You see the yellow tape? They taped off this whole area when they came and they killed him. I'm about to go through the back door. Y'all, this is really hard for me, but I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying not to cry because they trying to push this shit under the rug that they murdered him.
Who was Jamarion Robinson? Jamarion Robinson was a biology major at Tuskegee University at the time of his death. Jamarion was smart, intelligent, humorous, athletic, loving, and caring to all those he came into contact with. Jamarion Robinson comes from a fourth-generation military, college-educated family, and he was loved by many.
Right now, I'm going through the back door because I can't get in through the front. I'm about to show y'all. Hold on a second. I'm about to show you the view from the front door. This is where they kicked the front door in, and this is where they drug him down the stairs. I'm gonna take you up the stairs.
Yes. My son was executed by the very people who are supposed to protect and serve. Jamarion Robinson was shot 76 times. 76 bullets entered my son's body.
76?
Over 90 rounds were fired at him. Flash grenades were thrown at him, which landed on his body.
This is when they first started firing. You can see the bullet holes. Bullet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. All the bullets going up the stairs. 11, 12, 13, 14, and bullets 19, bullets 22, and this is where they killed him at. They came in here, and this is where they killed him.
Oh.
Really? They shot at him with automatic weapons, 35, bullet number 42. And this is where he stood at the top of the stairs trying to get away from them. And this is where they killed him. You can see the splatter on the walls. You can see the hand grenades they threw. I'm going this other room.
I gotta get from off over here. You hear these gunshots? Oh my god. You don't hear these gunshots? Oh my god, mama. We looking right at they don't bust in these and I'm.
They don't want
Why
us.
is he talking to us like that?
I just told your ass they don't give a fuck.
He was shot 6 times in the palm of his right hand, 5 times in the palm of his left hand. He was shot from his arms to his torso, to his groin, to his legs, to his thighs, to his shins, to his feet.
Dirty dog.
After that, someone stood over him and shot down into his body 2 more times.
I think this is where they shot down into his body. They dug up the carpet. Bullet holes was in the carpet. In the wood underneath the carpet.
And then dragged down the flight of stairs. No ambulance was called. He was handcuffed and then dragged down the flight of stairs. No ambulance was called. No medical aid was rendered. At the time of his death, my son was a law-abiding citizen. Police officers' jobs are to assess, de-escalate, and resolve the issue, not come with prejudice, assumptions, and hatreds in their heart.
Yes.
They are not the judge, jury, and the executioner. They choose to do things that are not in their job descriptions and above their pay grades. Jamarion Robinson is somebody.
That's right. Yes.
Jamarion Robinson was somebody. My son was treated less than a human being. Very inhumane, un-American.
That's because we're not desired. We're an undesirable nation to Esau. He hates us. You know? Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day the Most High's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment or brought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid the day of the Lord's anger. And that's what we need to do, man. Because, you know, that's the only thing that can possibly save you. You know, there are going to be some people who seek the Most High and who know his name, who will be martyred for his truth. But there will be some who will be saved, you know. And that's the only thing, the only way to even be saved is to come back to the Most High. You know? And before I get these other scriptures, I'm gonna get that. Let's see. Psalms 91:7. See here. Yeah, I'll start in 91:1. Salakia. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Because Jacob's trouble is coming, man. World War III, martial law, U.S. occupation of foreign troops, you know, death and destruction in the streets, pestilence, hunger, famine, people killing each other, on top of the police killing each other, women being raped, houses being ravished. This stuff is coming, man. This is the noise and pestilence it's talking about. He shall cover thee with his feathers. And this is talking about his elect, man, his chosen, the people who he cares, the people who he loves. And he loves all of Israel, but not while you in the midst of sin. He gonna let you get destroyed, man. And under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And that'll be a great day, man. That'll be a great day to see these people get what they deserve, because they have no mercy. They have no mercy, man. Righteousness and recompense has to come to them, man. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, and to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under the feet. Because he set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. And this is basically what the Most High is saying about his servant. Because that servant set his love upon the Most High, therefore will the Most High deliver him. And the Most High will set him on high, because that servant have known his name. When that servant calls upon the Most High will answer him, and will be with him in trouble, and will deliver him and honor him. With long life will the Most High satisfy him, and show him the Most High salvation. So that's why you have to come back to the Most High, man. Gather yourselves together, O nation, not desire, before the decree bring forth, because the Most High has decreed destruction upon this place. For the things that are going on, man. You know? And this Bible is about you, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You the Israelites, man. Why do you think you're getting treated the way you're getting treated, man? This Bible is about you, man. Zechariah 11:5. 11:4. Thus saith the Lord my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. You know, where's all these pastors talking about this, man? I don't know if anybody's talking about, but I don't see nothing. I don't see anybody talking about this. You know? So like, let me see here. But yeah, this is definitely talking about us. Our possessors slay us, and they definitely hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them, who sold us, man, who were sold as slaves, they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, because these white people think that the Bible is about them. These so-called white people, these Edomites, think that the Bible is about them. The Bible ain't about them. The Most High is not a white deity. The angels are not so-called white entities. This Bible is about you Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you confusing the face, Akim, who look like the other nations, but are truly going back to the seed of Israel. That's what this Bible is about. Because this don't count for everybody. Everybody ain't getting sold. Who getting sold? Who's the main people that have been sold on the planet? Man, the Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Primarily the Blacks, the dark-skinned tribes, which are the tribe of Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. The southern kingdom. Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. And these damn pastors do not pity you. They don't pity us, man. Ecclesiasticus 10:8. And this is what's to come for you, this Edomite kingdom. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know? And that's what's happening. The saints are going to receive the kingdom. You know? And let's see, which one? Yeah, I'm gonna start on this one. And you know, hey, this is why we prophesy against Esau, the so-called white man, you know? Because he needs to be prophesied against. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, this is Ezekiel 35:1. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's what's going to come to you so-called white people, you Edomites, man. Recompense has to come to you, man, for everything that you've done. And there's a lot of people who don't believe that this is talking about the Edomites. Oh, the Edomites are done away with. No, they're not. Got a couple quick scriptures I can show you that they're not done away with, man. Genesis 36:8. Just to prove to you that Esau is the one who is Mount Seir, and Esau is Edom. Thus dwell Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So Edom and Mount Seir are synonymous. When you see that, it's talking about Edom. Salakia. Genesis 36:8. You know? That's what Esau and Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And I'm still having some throat issues. Salakia, bro. Now, this is just a quick end time prophecy that has yet to come to pass, just to show you, hey, man, Edom is here. Edom is going to be here in the end times. Yahweh Shai, whom the world English called Jesus Christ, is coming back to destroy Edom, and it ain't happened yet. You ain't got the history to show me where this happened. All right? Why? Because it hasn't happened yet, man. Isaiah 63, starting at verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Like I got the nostril issues. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to earth. So let's see. What is this talking about? What links up with this? How should we know what this is talking about? Well, when you go to Revelation 19, starting at 11, the rider on the white horse. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. We know this is talking about the Savior. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. That's just the first part. What does it say? I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Who saves? Yahweh Shai saves, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. He's coming back to judge and make war with these nations. His eyes were as a flame of fire. Who's that? We know who that is, man. Come on. Everybody knows who that is, man. In the midst of the candle, in the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh. And he has on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You know? Yeah, so that's who it's talking about. He treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of the Almighty Yahweh. So when it's talking about somebody coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, and you go to Revelation, and it talks about he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. You know, his eyes were as a flame of fire. Man, we know who this is talking about, man. Talking about the Savior, man. And this hasn't happened yet. You know? This hasn't happened yet. So anyway, all of y'all think the Edomites are done away with, you're sadly mistaken. Judgment of the Edomites or the wicked is coming to this place. And you know, y'all people gotta pay, man. Stuff like this, you know, and more. And more is gonna happen before Yahushua comes back, man. You know, all you Christian pastors ain't preparing people for what's about to happen. Hey, look, Jacob's trouble is on the way, and you about to see persecution on a mass scale, man. Beforehand, we just typically been seeing it on the news. You know, you might see a couple of things up close, but it's about to get to the point where if you ain't never seen no dead body before, you about to see one, man. You about to see more than one. Thousands. If the Most High is deems you to be saved out of this stuff, then you're gonna see a lot of death, man. So prepare yourself, prepare your soul, fill your house with the Most High, man, because that's the only thing that's gonna keep you stable, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thine times, man. Let me find that. Like you. Isaiah 33. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. Fear of the Most High is his treasure. You know? So that's what's coming, man. Just prepare yourself. That's all I can say, man. You know, we all got to prepare ourselves. We got to, you know, hey, walk ye circumspectly, redeeming the times, for the days are evil, man. We in the end times, man. In the end times. It's going to get worse and worse for us out here, man. You blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. And you confusing the face, Akiam. It's getting worse. It's going to get worse. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love to you brothers out there preaching the truth and sincerity. That I say shalom.